Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a landmark piece launched in 2008 and only made in 16 pieces like this, plus 4 more in two-tone. 20 total examples of the Bethune DB26 Perpetual calendar were crafted, and it was a seminal piece for the brand, the first ever to feature the now signature variable geometry spring-loaded floating lugs. It also introduced an element that would be seen later on the steel wheels, the sapphire hands appearing for the first time on this model. Now, it is a perpetual calendar, and blink and you'll miss it. It's actually two-tone. This is grade 5 titanium. The case itself is white gold. It's a large watch, but not a huge watch. At 44.4 millimeters in diameter, it thins out in profile at only 12.8 millimeters thick, and then the lug spacing is a quirky one. When fully compressed, it's 52.4 millimeters, and when fully expanded, 57.2, with a 26 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Now, there's only one type of lug for the 26, so you're probably wondering, why is there a crown notch in the opposite side where there is no crown? And again, that is because the lugs are a mirror image of each other. That is exactly how it's supposed to look. That's the way the 26s were made. Other things worth mentioning, no, it is not upside down. Whereas most DB28s, all DB28s, are bullhead winders, this one's actually a waist gunner, so 6 o'clock and the crown correctly oriented. And when you turn it over, you could see that the text and the logo on the bridge have been inverted so that when you turn it over, the logo and the name are correctly oriented. So there's a lot that's unusual about this watch. So again, 16 made like this in white gold and titanium, 4 more in rose gold and titanium, and they were numbered sequentially. So of the 16 made in white gold, this is number 15. Taking a look on my wrist, I should mention this watch, it just came back from factory service, as in just came back within days. So when you purchase this, you'll be getting the years of factory service warranty blessed by Bethune. The watch will never be in better condition. If you want a great one, this is it right here. You won't find a better one on the market. And it wears well on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. So I would argue, due to the floating lugs, which accommodate a smaller wrist, you could wear it on a wrist my size or larger. I wouldn't wear it on a wrist much smaller. That's for something like a 28XP or XS, but this is a good fit for me. It's a large watch. It's not excessively thick. It will actually fit underneath the dress cuff. Taking one last look down the barrel, let's take a look at the strap. The watch just came back from the factory, which means we haven't yet fit it to the strap that you will receive when you buy it. So if you want to know why it says fake alligator, various types of CITES treaties make it hard to ship alligator. So this right here is actually a real hand-stitched Bethune factory strap. If you want full synthetic, we can provide it, but of course we'll provide you with a gator strap when the watch is delivered. We'll throw this in anyway if you want it. It's quite durable and it looks good. So if you want something that has longevity on its side, you might want to just hang on to the alligator strap and wear it on this. The buckle, as with most Bethune watches, matches the design of the lugs, roughly speaking. So we have these avant-garde lugs. We have an avant-garde open, airy, prismatic, evacuated buckle. And that is the design of the lugs. We have these little ogival bullet tips on the ends of the lugs. The last styling vestige of the original DB1 chronograph of 2002, the company's first product. The watches don't look like that anymore, but that little bullet tip, torpedo cap, whatever you want to call it, it is a Bethune calling card featured on almost all of the company's watches over the years. Taking a quick look, you can see there is a little bit of a tonal difference between the gray gold and the titanium. So in a very subtle sense, this is two-tone. Gray gold is white gold that's white all the way through and never needs rhodium plating. It is, in a sense, the good stuff. And then grade 5 titanium is also the good stuff in the titanium world because it's harder than grade 2 and better resists marks. Bethune has unbranded crowns. The idea here is to pay homage to antiquity when an unbranded crown on pocket watches, pendant watches, early wrist watches would have been the norm, and branding would have been the exception. Taking a look at the dial, you can see that unlike the 28, it's got a very cylindrical, can-like profile. It doesn't have the taper of a 28. It is round like a conventional watch with the floating lugs attached. There's also a little bit of an outcropping of the bezel, which is set and brushed on the top but polished on its sides. You can also see that there's absolutely no camber to this crystal. It is flat and flush, and it gives way to a solid dial, which is one of your tip-offs that this is not a DB28. So we've got fired blue titanium cabochon acting as the hour markers. You can see all the printing on the dial is blue on white. And then we've got the perpetual calendar system, which includes the day and the date and the month, and it is a pointer style date. And you can see that we've got a little pivot jewel on the dial side for the calendars. The dial is actually part of the movement. Fired titanium surrounding the Moonphase, which is 2 pieces, 1/2 blued steel, 1/2 white palladium. It makes a full rotation every 29.5 days. It only needs to be corrected once every 122 years, and that is a patented system. You can also see the leap year phase indicator next to it. 1/2 of this is actually fired steel, 1/2 is white palladium. That's how you get the white side and the dark side of the moon. Now, demonstrating how some of this works, you can see that the hands are made of sapphire, so they'll never block your view of the calendar system. And also important, you can see the parts that are blue, those are actually titanium attachments. And so that border, that blue border around the edge, that is actually a snap-on blued fired titanium cap that is used to give definition and legibility to the hands. Because without them, you can see we've got a quick set here for the month and the date. But without those caps, it would be difficult to see the sapphire hands. Now, turning it all over, a version of caliber 2004 here, it's called 2005. Twin barrels, manually wound, 5 days of power reserve, 4 hertz beat rate. The barrels are self-adjusting and patented. They cannot accidentally be overwound. 90 turns fully winds them. We have triple parachute shock protection with Inca block at the center, and then these 2 flanking steel springs. That is also patented, as is the hairspring curve. Although the hairspring alloy was not made in-house at this time in de Bethune's history, the hairspring itself was hand-formed using a patented curve that's flat and shock-resistant like a flat hairspring, but breathes concentrically like an overcoil, so no matter what the position, its mass is centered. Now, it's good I haven't wound it up much, so you can get a better look at the balance, which is the 2008 patent balance. It's a combination of fired blue titanium, and then also rose gold, and then also platinum. So the bulbs containing the mass on this yoke-style balance, they're platinum. Then you have the gold masses for adjustment, and you have a titanium balance. And this is the 2008 patent balance. You can see it's non-annular, it's not a ring. And the idea there is that it helps to maximize the percentage of total mass in the rim, reduce the impact of timing change as a result of temperature change, and then to the extent possible withdraw the mass and the balance from the free airstream, minimizing the effect of aerodynamic drag. You can also see that even then the finish was superlative. Mirror polished and beveled bridge for triple parachute. You could see we've got stripes on the bridges and that they are Côte de Bethune. The wheel is reversed to create mirrored stripes. That's what makes Côte de Bethune different from Côte de Genève. You can see we have a mirrored bevel on the edge of the bridge, solarization on the barrel caps, and then micro knurling on the ratchet wheel right there. We also have beveling in the jewel sinks, mirror polishing the screw heads, media blast on the base plate, and you can see how both the springs and the underlying bridge there have a gorgeous anglage on their edge. All this 30 meters water resistant, but please don't take it swimming. And de Bethune, by this point, you can see the maker's mark on the case. By 2008, de Bethune was making its movements, dials, and cases in-house, and with only 16 of these in titanium and white gold made, and only 20 examples of all DB26 Perpetual calendars in existence, this is a watch that is for the hardcore collector looking for something essential and significant. There are de Bethune watches, there are Journe watches, there are Greubel Forsey watches, and then there are those red letter models that marked real turning points that would determine the future and direction of those brands, and this is one of those for de Bethune. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.